Practice these principles in all areas of our lives. That doesn't just mean meetings. It means traffic. It means work. It means family dinners and strangers who don't know how to use a turn signal. A spiritual awakening isn't a lightning bolt. It's quieter than that. It's the moment you realize you don't have to react the way you used to. You don't have to explode, lie, run, numb, or win every argument. It's choosing patience at work when you want to snap, choosing honesty when it would be a lot easier to hide, choosing love with your family even when history says fight. And yeah, it counts with the random person who gets under your skin for no reason, especially them. Because recovery isn't something you visit, it's something you live. If these principles only work in safe rooms with folding chairs, they're not principles, they're costumes. The real miracle is walking out into the world, loud, messy, unfair, and still choosing to be a better human anyway. Not perfect, not saintly, just different than before. That's what awakening looks like.
Montana Society!
Hit record, sweep it.
Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be fast or like.
No,
you know,
so that's
looking-
one shot, right?
Mhm.
And then I get it again,
Right.
just to make sure, like, we get it from kind of here. No, you don't want it and then you want to hold it here for a second. This is what I'm talking about, handles. Las Vegas is that way. Did you get this one?
I mean, but I didn't do it like as slow as you're doing it.
Yeah, you gotta do it way slow. Because what ends up happening is you get it in the editing room and you're like,
That's way too quick. I didn't do it.
I got 3 words. This is B-roll. So it's meant to kind of hold shots while people talk.
Right.
So if you're just doing it too quick,
It's not gonna be useful.
it's just harder to use.
As far as the positives, Christian really, I think, knows what each of us is good at. Like, he can tell when I'm good at something or I like doing a certain thing. Just different types of filming. Like on this trip specifically, Christian has been getting more specific on the type of B-roll he wants.
So like fast moving shots, like when you're just like going quickly, is that only if you're doing like a video, like a sizzle? Think that would be more useful?
Yeah. And you can always speed it up.
Right.
And you can just jump cut quick. But when you're getting B-roll like this, like we got butterflies flying, we got people walking by. This shot, just hold it. You're not in a rush.
Right.
Last time I was in Montana was in 2021 when I was up here.
So how much is it going to change around?
Montana?
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it never changes like this, to be honest. Like, I don't want it to change. I think that's the point of the park, you know?
Yeah.
Keep it the same as long as you can. There's definitely more people than when I was here last time. And Bozeman's bigger. But other than that,
I mean, it's 4th of July.
other than that, yeah, it is 4th of July. But, I mean, that's what I really like about the parks. They're just not supposed to change.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice
Some
one.
of that Yellowstone comfort in this front, you see.
Looks really nice on you.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for hooking it up.
When I first got connected to Most High Media, I was in bed scrolling Instagram, and I saw this thing that said Most High. And at the time, I was really into apologetics. There was a sector called the Black Hebrew Israelites that were really big at the time in that apologetics lane. So when I saw the Most High, I thought it was a thing about Black Hebrew Israelites, because that's my feed. My algorithm at the time was just all debates and everything. And when I clicked on it and I started watching it, it was somebody, like, it was a white dude. It wasn't no black Hebrew Israelites. It was like a white dude skinning a deer or something like that. And I was like, what is this, man? And I texted him. I just said, I'll message you, because I saw that they were doing a podcast, and I knew they were in Atlanta. So I reached out. You guys Most Time Media reached back, and the studio was across the street from where I work. So I thought it was somewhere in the city or something like that, but it was right beside me. I went straight over, hung out, and honestly, it was like, boop, it was a connection from then on.
You know, the Montana Society is a docuseries or a documentary or now an educational platform, right? But their main focus when they're here is to get this bunker done and to get sober. You know, it's really to get sober. It's all about recovery. And so I think that a lot of times the camera work kind of took a back seat to everything else that they were doing. And so that kind of puts a toll on, you know, me or Christian or Caleb or Jason when we're going through and we're editing. Because sometimes there's not a lot of footage. Sometimes there's footage that should have been shot, but it wasn't. And, you know, even just the 2021 season, like, you know, there's a lot of, we got to get creative in order to make some of this stuff really dope and eye-catching.
Trip over to the killing fields. Well, I don't know if you've ever been to Cambodia, but if you ever go and you go there, the area where all these farmers came to town and they killed everybody in the cities, and they left a lot of their clothes and the bones there. So when you walk around these encampments where they took the lives of these people, they would leave the bones on the ground and clothes. So as you're walking through this outdoor museum, your foot gets caught on a rib bone. Human. It's the craziest thing. They don't want people to forget how insane folks can get, or that fear can drive them to certain things. And my point, well, we're working on something out there that proves that point exactly. You get 46 massive bunkers underground. That are, you know, shelters to protect them from something that never happened. So fear is quite a motivator. Prior to getting over there, I had found out from this lady that due to the high snows up at elevation in Yellowstone that year, there's like 10 feet of snow, that a lot of the elk and buffalo had come down. And once they start coming down, kind of like a snake, they all use the same couple of paths. So they were really compressed in a small area. And a lot of for some reason, a lot of animals were shot. And they have the entire right to, because they own the animals. You know, the Native Americans do. They can essentially shoot all they want. It just didn't seem like a very good use of resources. And not all the meat was taken. A lot of some hides were still left there, you know, and it just was maybe not the most efficient use for killing all those things in the deep snow. So someone said almost 1,200 animals could have been killed there, and the lady had a video showing lots of it. But again, those are their animals. They can shoot them when and where they want. That's the rules. So but a lot of resources were left over. So we had a lot of hides, and you could tell that almost whole animals were left, pieces of them. So the bones are still there, and this is after 4 years, or 3 or 4 years, of animals picking through it, the bears coming down. And so, but it's probably about 30 or 40 acres of these white, shiny rib bones, hip bones, skulls, everything all over the place. And you know, it's a pretty unique experience to go there and see it all. But you know, a lot of death in one spot, but it's just a place where they weren't taking very good care of our natural resources. Well, you don't have to put canvas on it.
Let me show you. Yeah, let me see inside.
So there would be a little skinny door.
I gotta get some light going in here.
So this is a coke oven. So if you notice how skinny this door is right here, it restricts the amount of oxygen that comes in here. And this whole mountain out in the middle of nowhere is lined with these things. The government built them, and the companies that put the railroad into the park, and they would get coke out of here, which is like the really hot part of coal. So what they do is put a couple tons of coal in here, light it on fire, starve it for air, and then what will be left is this glass stuff, kind of like this right here, right there. And then they would peel that and then go around and give it to the blacksmiths in the park. When you put a lot of oxygen to it, it burns really fast. It gives off a lot of heat. So they're cooking off all the low quality coal in here, starved for oxygen, and they would moderate it by this hole right here. And it was like I think it was a vent on a barbecue. So they'd bring the coal out of the mine here, bring it down here, cook it down, take the coke to the blacksmith. And this would be extreme heat. I mean, look what it does to bricks. They made these bricks here locally too, but isn't it crazy how they make a brick melt like that and how shiny it is?
I'm assuming.
Yeah. Making me a smudge stick.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To take your other one and go through. You just need something to tighten on, right?
Yeah.
So you're getting like a little noose, and then you need a starting point to wrap this stuff. Right? And then bam, there's one. See how tight it gets?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take it and go I'm gonna not do them close together. I'm gonna do them wide like this. And pretty tight. Like that. I'm gonna come all the way down. And believe me.
I don't think me and Leslie can do it. You don't have man fingers.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. I caught that one.
Noose it down. Okay. Noose it.
I could not with you, lady.
Tighten it up.
Oh, I found a stick.
Yeah, this is.
Okay, you're a little heavy, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah.
I noosed it.
Yeah.
And then just tie the knot so it's tight.
It's tight? Okay, just tie it.
Yeah. And we're going around. That's a smudge stick, and you gotta leave them in the sun.
Let me get that picture. Well, I already. Okay, hold on.
Just make the face, that's all I need.
Okay. Chicken head!
Yeah, that's great.
Montana Society!